Hi, Katie. It's Fallon. Hi. Jesus Love Music, singing with Celine, singing poet on Twitter. This is, I don't really know how to do a video response on your channel since you, have to approve everything. So this is basically a video response on my channel to the video that you just uploaded. I'm so glad that you did DBT, because I haven't done it with my therapist, but I really like it. I don't know if you can see the box that I have over here. Let me turn the computer. Yeah. This is just, oh, you can't really see it. Yeah, this little box that I have on the table, is my comfort box. And I got this idea to do this from a blog on Tumblr that's actually called the Counseling Blog. And it's one of the things that they suggested for when you're anxious or really upset or really want to act out, do ED behaviors, self-harm, other things like that. So I have my DBT workbook in here. I got this for anyone who's watching. I got this at Barnes & Noble. It was, how much was this? It was $22.95. $22.95 for this book at Barnes & Noble. If you can't find it in store, you can get it online. You can also get it from psychology websites and recovery websites and other things of that nature. So there's that. I also have, and basically they suggested that you just put things that make you happy, things that comfort you in this box. So I collect Disney, as you can see if you're my friend or my follower on Tumblr or whatever. There's all that Disney art back there. But this is one that a Mickey Mouse that one of my best friends bought me, and he's tiny, so he fits in the box. Then I have like crayons and a couple of Disney coloring books. There's Disney fantasy coloring books, because like you, I like to color. Disney princess book, and this is good. I got this at the Disney store. The other one I got at the dollar store. But this one particularly is good for me because you're not just coloring, you're drawing. Like, it asks you to draw things on every single one of these pages, so you're actually like having to focus on not just colors, but how you want something to look, and it's much more detailed. And I have, what's the other thing I have in here? I have one of my favorite perfumes. This is Celine Dion's Spring in Paris. It's really flowery and girly, and I like it a lot. So yeah, there's that. And then I have my recovery journal. The area one fell apart, but I have a lot of stuff in here. Some of the things that I put in here that were for recovery. I have a couple of, actually several pages of recovery quotes. I have my reasons in here, and I put a poem in here that I wrote for Demi Lovato. And then I put, what else do I have in here? Oh, I have a list of distractions, and I of course have things that I've accomplished in recovery, and what to do in an eating disorder emergency. What helps for me. Things like starting with a safe food and working my way up. And like seeing if there's somebody to eat with. Removing all trash cans from my site so that I'm less likely to chew and spit. Obviously, I can't do this like if I'm in public. But if I'm in public, then I purposely will sit myself as far away from a trash can as humanly possible. But that's not always possible with my wheelchair. And then I have self-harm alternatives. Some of those for me are squeezing my Mickey Mouse ice cubes. I have Mickey Mouse shaped ice cubes that I can stick in the freezer. And I squeeze those. Punching a pillow. Singing a song that lines up with my emotions. Throwing a ball against a wall. Doing one of those anger collages that I got from one of your videos that you did a while back. Banging on my keyboard. Writing. Crying. Getting another tattoo if I can afford it. So yeah, there's stuff in my recovery journal. And then I have my favorite book in here. And I know Diary of a Young Girl is kind of an odd favorite book, but I really identify with Anne and what she went through because of some of the experiences that I've had with discrimination and bullying and other stuff. So there's an idea that people can do. As far as DBT, this book was actually recommended to me by a friend of mine who I met on my support group, my eating disorder support group on dailystrength.org. I will put a link in the description to that group. It's free to join, and you don't have to really reveal your name. You can remain completely anonymous if you'd like to. Just make up a screen name, and nobody has to know like who you are. And oh, sorry, that was my phone went off. Nobody has to know like who you are or where you live or anything. So that's a great resource. But this book is actually really really helpful in a lot of ways. It's written in such a way that you could actually, if you wanted to, take it to your therapist and work on it, or you could do what I've done, which is to work on it little by little by yourself. And the reason why this is in my comfort box is because it's a lot of hard work, but it's great because when I'm feeling up to it, I can fill out a page or two and then look back at it. Like now, I think I've had it for a while, but I think let me see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm almost done with chapter 1, and there's like 30 pages in the first chapter, so it's quite a lot of work. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of writing. But when, like I said, when you feel up to it, you can just pull it out and work on it. And one of the first things they have you do in this particular workbook, I know there's a lot of DBT workbooks out there, is they have you they explain to you what distraction is and self-soothing is in terms of DBT, and they give you a huge list. There's like a page that's front and back of activities that you can do to distract yourself. And then they even go further and say, like, here's a list of things you can do to distract yourself by talking to someone else. Distract your thoughts. There's a list for that. Distract yourself with tasks. And then toward the end of it, they have a list of distractions for each sense. So, like, distracting yourself with your sense of smell. So, like I have, for instance, I've checked, they have a pre-written list, and I have checked wear scented oils, perfume, or cologne that makes you feel happy, confident, or sexy. Go someplace where the scent is pleasing to you, like a bakery or a restaurant. And then I filled in, go to Bath and Body Works, because I love their stuff. Go to Bath and Body Works or someplace that sells Celine Dion's perfume and lotions. Go to Ulta and wear Olivia's Belle. Olivia's Belle is a French perfume by the company Lancôme that I really love. I speak French, and it reminds me of the flowers that my French teacher used to bring in when she used to go to Paris, and the flowers that she would bring back from Paris, and they smelled so good. Oh my gosh. And that's like one of my favorite perfumes. But because it's a Lancôme perfume, it's like $70. So, another thing I have, self-soothing with your sense of vision, I filled in, go to the Disney store, go to the library and read, and start scrapbooking. So this is extremely helpful. Just within the first chapter, there's things that before I even got this book, if I had an urge to, say, for instance, binge or chew and spit, I would just do it, because I had no, like, I would try to fight the thought and the urge, but I had no practical way of doing it other than just, like, don't do that thing, don't do that thing, don't do that thing. And you know, like, the more you tell yourself that you're not allowed to do something, the more you want to do it. So, yeah, just go get it, please, go get it. There's also, they have now these authors, the book was written by Matthew McKay, PhD, Jeffrey C. Wood, and he's a doctorate of psychology, and Jeffrey Brantley, who's a medical doctor. So these people have written not only this workbook, but now there's one for bulimia, and there's one for anorexia, and I think there's one for borderline personality disorder. That's DBT. It'd still be DBT, but it is geared more toward those conditions. I just have the general DBT workbook because sadly they don't have one for EDNOS or PTSD yet. If any of you happen to be watching this, please make one geared toward PTSD patients and EDNOS patients. I would appreciate that so much. So yeah, that's my little spiel. And just so you know, I I so appreciate what you're doing, Katie. I know I tell you this all the time, but I really do mean it. I live in Indiana, and there's, like, I have my therapist, and I have my nutrition doctor who I see, and I have my nurse practitioner, and that's it. Like, there's no one. There's ED therapists here, but they don't take my state insurance, and the ones that are like really fabulous don't take Medicaid, or like Medicaid when, like, I think there's only like one treatment center in the entire state for eating disorders and trauma here. And then there's like Timberline Knolls up in Chicago, but I have Medicaid and Medicare, so unless I'm like dying, they don't want to pay for much. And I kind of have to fight them tooth and nail for everything I do get. So thank you so much for offering all this free help that you do, and for doing all this extra work on top of your, 9-to-5 job. I really, really, really appreciate it. And you really, really do not only spur me toward recovery, but also really kind of keep me up with psychology and what is going on in psychology and mental health. And that helps me because right now I'm not in school, but next semester I'm going to be going back, and I don't want to be behind. Oh my gosh, I've almost talked for 20 minutes. I'm sorry. But anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts. I'm sorry. I didn't need to take up so much of your time. If anyone wants to talk to me, feel free. Shoot me a tweet at singandpoet on Twitter, Tumblr, jesuslovedmusic.tumblr.com. I also have my recovery blog, Breaking the Silence of Ednos, and leave a comment. So, yeah. We'll see you guys later. Bye.